Ms Harriet Harman.
Thank you, Mr Clark. These are difficult, even dangerous times for our parliamentary democracy. The country's divided, the House is divided. The public view of this House is at an all-time low. Too often, this chamber descends into shouting and abuse. Relations between this House and the government are broken. Many of us work under a hail of threats of violence to us, to our families, to our staff. So your choice of next speaker is really important. I know you want a speaker who will be and who will be seen to be scrupulously impartial and fair to every MP from every party. When I was leader of the House, I was exactly that. But it's not just about being fair, it's about perception. We can't go on with huge decisions being made by one person behind closed doors. I would reform the Speaker's powers to make them transparent and accountable to this House. And I would be fearless in standing up for the rights of the House. I know you want a Speaker who understands what it is to be a government backbencher and an opposition backbencher and a government minister and a shadow minister. And I've been all of those things. My guiding principle would be that all constituencies are equal. And because of that, all members are equal and owed equal respect. So as Speaker, I would regard it as my responsibility to help you wherever you are in the House and however long you've been here to be the best that you can be. One thing I've not been is a member of one of our minority parties. And that's why, if I was Speaker, I would want a fourth deputy in my team, drawn from the members of the minority parties, so I would have that perspective right at my side. I know you want a Speaker who will help Parliament change with the times. I have fought for and won reform, making our select committees powerful and independent by giving us the right to elect the chairs rather than their being appointed by the whips. I did that when I was leader of the House. Setting up the backbench business committee so we can choose the subject of debates. I did that too as leader of the House. I changed the voting system for election of Speaker to make it by secret ballot. I hope that was a good idea. and just this year, by working with members across parties, getting the right for new mothers and fathers to vote by proxy when your baby's born. So, I'm running for Speaker in these difficult times because I have unparalleled experience and an unparalleled record of reform of this House. But there's one other reason I want your vote. Parliament has changed. It's nothing like the old boys network it was when I first came in, when I was one of only 3% women members amongst 97% men. Now, there are not just 211 women in every party in the House. Men here speak up for women's rights too. But in 600 years, there's only ever been one woman speaker. And I don't actually agree with making reference to the gallery, but I'm going to break with precedent here and pay tribute to Betty Boothroyd. Okay. So 600 years, only ever one woman. There have been 156 men. And this is my question to the House today. Can we show the country we have changed by putting the second woman in that Speaker's chair? Many of you are standing down, some after only a short time here, and that should concern us all. I want to thank all of you who've served in this House, and to say to all of you who are standing down, I wish you well for the future. Some are standing down after decades here, and that brings me to the father of the House, Ken Clarke. Ken, you have been a phenomenal, exemplary parliamentarian, and I just wanted to say that and to thank you.
Oh, thank you very much, Ms. Harman.